What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of AHS Insider. I'm your host, Jacob, and to kick off today's episode, we have my segment, What's the Dirt? Football, baseball, basketball. These are sports of such a high caliber that I don't think any others can compete. These three sports certainly get the most press and definitely the most fans, especially at a high school level. Today, we're going to take to the hall to ask the students at AHS what their favorite sport is.
All right, so I think the best high school sport to watch is wrestling. It is full speed for up to 6 minutes. Most of the time, the wrestlers doing things to each other that no one would really want to have done to them, and you have to defend that and have an offensive game plan at the same time. Full speed, unbelievable cardiovascular endurance, great strength, great movement. I think wrestling is by far the best sport to watch.
My favorite sport's softball because we get to play with new players, get to meet new people, and I like the skills that we get to learn.
So I'd say definitely ski team because the culture around there is definitely the best. Everyone's really nice and kind of focuses on skiing, and it's really awesome. And then the sport itself is amazing, and you get to go late for races, and it's really awesome. You get to do what you love during the weekday, and it's really awesome.
So in the end, I still feel football, baseball, basketball are the best high school sports. There were a lot of good answers, but sadly, that's all the time we have for today's segment of What's the Dirt with me, your host, Jake Toady. Up next, we got Vinny and Joe with Italian Eats.
What's going on, guys? I'm Joey Bag of Donuts. Next to me, I got Vinny Boombant. And on this episode of Italian Eats, we're going to be talking about Stromboli.
Don't even get me started, Boombots. Stromboli is a great Italian dish, but it was invented in Philadelphia, the great city of the Italian Americanos. Well, it was believed to be named after the great movie, Stromboli.
Stromboli is phenomenal. The gooey, savory meat and sauce.
Spectacular. Now tell me, Boombots, how do you make the Stromboli?
It's quite simple, actually. All you're gonna do is take your dough, layer it out, and then start layering your meat, sauce, and cheese, and then roll it up real nice, throw it in the oven for 15 minutes, 400 degrees.
Alrighty, now that we know how to make our Stromboli, let's kick it over to Boombots in the hall with Tommy Two Chains to hear his opinion about this famous dish.
Here next to me, I got Tommy Two Chains with his opinion on Stromboli.
Big Vin, how we doing? Are you doing
How
good?
you doing? I'm doing good.
Awesome. My opinion on Stromboli, the sauce always got to be perfect. The cheese nice and melted, and the bread. Who doesn't love a good piece of bread?
Good
it's
Italian
perfect.
bread.
Always perfect.
Next question we got. He has a little new recipe on Stromboli.
Let me tell you, Vin. My dad's sauce for the Stromboli, Jerry's special sauce, secret family recipe. Been through my family in generations. Absolutely phenomenal. Let me tell you. The sauce, the tomatoes are fresh out of the garden. Get some nice cheese, and the bread my mother makes every Sunday. The bread is absolutely phenomenal. You throw those things together, a little this, a little that. Perfect Stromboli right there.
Perfect. Thank you, Tommy Two Chains, for coming in.
Appreciate it, Big Vin.
Thanks for watching this segment of Italian Eats, and thank you for Tommy Two Chains. Big shout out to you up there. All right, let's have a good week. Peace out. Briggity bop, bam, we out.
How's Stromboli, Vinny?
That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Next up, we got Ben with Tech Tips.
Thank you, Joe and Vinny. Now let's check out the 5th episode of Tech Tips with Ben.
Welcome back to the 5th episode of Tech Tips with Ben. And this time around, we're going to be comparing the new AirPods Pro and the Power Beats Pro. Which one's better? Stay tuned to find out. The new AirPods Pro have come onto the market with a bang. Although the Power Beats Pro are nothing to forget about. The AirPods Pro now have a new look to them. Apple is now very focused on your ear health, making sure the AirPods Pro are nice and snug in your ear and making them fit to your ear, and now thanks to the changeable earbuds. The Power Beats Pro have an ear hook which wrap around your ear during an intense workout, work, or during any everyday activities. Both are sweat and water resistant, which is a nice touch too. Both also have an instant pairing to your phone. Now let's talk pricing. The AirPods Pro are available for $249, as well as the Powerbeats Pro. Next up is the sound quality. There's not much to talk about because the sound quality reviews come in about the same quality. Both of these headphones are great products and are highly recommended. The final question, which one is better? And to answer that question, my opinion would have to be the new AirPods Pro due to the new Hearing Sound app to make sure you are not damaging your ears in any way. Thanks for watching the 5th episode of Tech Tips with Ben. Hope you enjoyed.
Up next, we have Tesla with the good news.
Hi, I'm Tesla, and on this week of The Good News, we go into the halls of AHS to talk to students and staff about Thanksgiving and what it means to them.
Showing thankfulness and being with your family and like having a good time with them and letting them know that you care about them.
I help my family with cooking and cleaning after dinner.
I go to my grandmother's house in Westfield.
Thanksgiving for me is a time when I get together with my family, and when we get together, we're thankful for being together, and we often remember the memories we had with the people that we are no longer with, and we always kind of make sure we notice that and are grateful for the time we have together.
Creamed spinach because I like creamy things.
We help with the cooking of like the desserts.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Favorite Thanksgiving food is ham.
Up next is Quote of the Show.
Okay, so I do believe in the quote that inside every adult there is a heart of a child. I'm very much into Disney and Harry Potter and all things that make kids excited, that make me excited. Disney is one of my favorite places to go when I feel like a kid when I go, and that's about it.
So, what do I think? Well, children have this just unparalleled joy and innocence and understanding of the world that adults seem to forget as they get older. And I think that it's important for us to, as adults, to look back and realize how important that is, and sometimes open our eyes to the world in a different way. Because we get stuck so much into the responsibilities and things that are supposed to be important to us, but we need to find some way to work hard and do those things we need to do, but also still stop and enjoy and revel in the things that make us human.
My heart is the same heart I've had since I was a little kid, since I was born, and it's still me. And I think all of us still have the heart of a child. That's why I work with young people, so I can stay fresh and try to keep my heart open and find love and be good. Thank you.
Finishing up today's Insider is my segment, Industry Shakers.
Breaking away from single shakers today, I'll be cutting into the industries as a whole, with our industry today being the video game industry. The video game industry started off originally as a bunch of arcade cabinets with the intention of stealing quarters away from unsuspecting children, but later on evolved into a form of at-home entertainment. Regardless of the genre, video games took over home entertainment in the form of small boxes attempting to challenge DVD players. Nintendo, along with Sega and Microsoft and Sony as well, became household names with consoles like the NES, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Saturn, the PlayStation, and Xbox, solidifying the shift from arcades to at-home entertainment. With companies like Nintendo and Sega already solidifying a name for themselves with their mascots Mario and Sonic respectively, Microsoft and Sony had to keep up by creating their own unique characters exclusive to their own consoles. We have Master Chief from Halo on Xbox as an example of that, as well as Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. The video game industry has always been evolving from the original arcade cabinets now to at-home entertainment, and now, just recently, the creation of esports, becoming a form of entertainment on a global scale to allow people to watch video games around the globe to see the best of the best compete at their favorite game. That's all for the dive into the gaming industry. Tune in next week to find out what industry we'll look into next.
That's all the time we have for today's Insider. I'd like to thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you tune in on Channel 12 and you check out our YouTube channel, Mr. Brown's YouTube channel, on the AHS webpage. There's a link on the AHS webpage, and make sure to subscribe.
Yes, sir.